Lights flicker and the shadows rise. In the night, the undead cries. Strobe lights flash, bring the fear. The darkness whispers in your ear. Our will turn as we embrace. Dance with ghouls in this haunting space. The ground shakes, zombie rave. We dance through the night, be brave. The ground shakes, zombie rave. Join the undead, let's misbehave. Beat drops and heart stop, here we go. To the night our numbers grow. Neon lights cast evil glow. Techno vibes now lose control. Spooky nights, the vibe ignites. Join our dance in the frightful sights. The ground shakes, zombie rave. We dance through the night, be brave. The ground shakes, zombie rave. Join the undead, let's misbehave.
In this haunted trance, we're alive. Zombie moves make the room revive. Join the dance, don't you hide. Feel the thrill and let it ride.
The ground shakes, zombie rave. We dance through the night, be brave. The ground shakes, zombie rave. Join the undead, let's misbehave. The ground shakes, zombie rave. We dance through the night, be brave. The ground shakes, zombie rave. Join the undead, let's misbehave.
Oh. Ah, haha, there's my beautiful voice. Hello, hello! Hutchie, you and me have that special bond. Wherever I see a New Zealand or an Aussie team of guys dropping it low, you're the first person I send it to. This one's going out to you. And good morning, Dragon. Thank you for your sticky note. It is not raining right now. We're supposed to get showers. It's actually kind of sunny, so it's kind of easy to get up this morning. I was up at like 7:15, which to be fair is a rarity, but it was nice today, so I got up. Today we're working on color 319. It is a greeny color. And if by chance we get that color done, we're moving on to 890. We're we're heading towards 3% and or a page finish. Neither of which will happen today. Well, 3% might happen today, but a page finish will not happen today. So 319 is not quite as big of a color as I thought it was. So it's slowly, I'm filling in the spots. Let's see if I can get a good view today. Because this color's all over the place. So that's what I was doing before I hopped on. There is a new episode of I have more than $2.05 up. I enjoy doing them because most of them are less than a minute. Today's episode was a little longer because it's kind of a follow-up to episode 3 or 4. It's a follow-up to Baby Firefly. Last night I took my entire big pony display down. I have like 5 pony displays. So I took my big one down, and I washed all the shelves. I unceremoniously put all the ponies in bins, because they're all dusty, they're all dirty, and they all have to be cleaned. So that's honestly why I have more than $2.05 exists, is because it allows me to take 1 or 2 ponies out, clean them the way I want them to be cleaned, do a little video on them so I have an inventory, and then show them off to the world. But I've done it for a whole week. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Cause I love my Little Ponies, and I love talking about my Little Ponies, but I don't generally have a good platform to share my love of my Little Ponies with everybody. So, because I'm not a pushy person, if you don't show interest in my Little Ponies, I understand, and I go and I wander off. But with TikTok, I can make videos of the My Little Ponies in my full voice joy. And if you don't like them, that's fine. I don't have to see your reaction. I have my full joy of making those videos about my Little Ponies. Because I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but they have been my cup of tea for 40 years. Okay, not 40, maybe 30, because they came out in 1982. So I'm as old as My Little Ponies. So my interview yesterday went really, really well. I should hear back by next week, yay or nay. I was incredibly nervous, but I got through it. I'm just waiting for the ad break to finish, because I know Hutchie is stuck behind an ad. Yes, they have, yeah. Okay, ad has ended. Oh. I'll hear back next week, next Monday or Tuesday. Um, I was the first. I was the first second interview. Uh, Part of me is just hoping that the other people just don't show up and I get it by default. But oh, but what else have I been up to? No, I've honestly been doing a lot of spring cleaning. I've been I have been I did a lot of prep for that interview. Um so that's where a good portion of my free time last week went, is getting ready for that. Or no, because I was told on Friday, so I spent my weekend off and Monday and Tuesday in my free time getting stuff ready. Oh my goodness. Um, I've been organizing and cleaning. I haven't really been the crochet gods have not blessed me with an urge to just sit and crochet. So I really haven't been doing too much of that. I haven't really been doing too much of my diamond painting either. Been a lot of cleaning, organizing, working outside. Thankfully, the working outside motivation has been within my soul. So I've been able to get my yard a little cleaner. And I've been thoroughly enjoying. Like I can't express how much fun I have been having with. It's okay to have more than $2 5 pencils, because it's subtle enough to please my deep dark angry pit of despair, but it's also joyous enough to share my love of ponies with you. Last night was yuck, because when I have a very dusty house. I am working on trying to make it become less dusty, but in doing that, I actually add more dust to the situation. It's a catch 22. But taking down the shelves and everything like that, like my tub was black from the dust. Having a wood stove for a heat source also doesn't help too much, but we do our best. But now their white shelf is white again, and as I clean them, they go back up on the shelf of to be organized and displayed. Mm-hmm. I I bobbined one of the 702s that got washed, and it was a colossal knot. Uh, I'll try. I'm gonna try to tackle the other one later. This is one of those rare cases where I'm gonna have two bobbins of the same color just because of the situation that it's in. Like the wrappers got destroyed in the wash, and I will forget what color they are if I don't put them on a bobbin. uh, well, I am learning that I am allergic to mice. Um, and I only find this out because as I'm cleaning out my attic with all the yuck and whatnot, because I am I'm working on making sure that I have a pest free house as well as a well insulated ventilated house. I'm trying to make it pest free as well. Um, but it's it's proving to be interesting. But when I clean it, like my face just shuts. It's almost as bad as cigarette smoke. And hello, kitty. Mm. Oh, I forgot to pull stuff for dinner. We'll just have to fend for ourselves again tonight. Yesterday was rough because the uh the interview was at 12:30 and I have to leave for work like I generally leave for work at 2:15. I start getting ready at quarter of 2 just because ADHD brain anxiety, y'all get it. If you know, you know. So I was in the up till before the interview. I was fine tuning my presentation. I was making sure that I was ready in case the interview went over. That all I had to do was like change a couple of things and then run out the door. Like yesterday morning was just a blur of insanity. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just trying to find where I am on my thingamadoo here. Okay. I already did that area. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. You know, sometimes I like my insanity nice and clear. Um, but sometimes the blurred version is it's it's less painful. Oh, that little section is done. I gotta pick another little section. There's a lot of it in this area here, but it's all over the place. The 319 is just all over the place. So I'm trying to make my brain make it make sense. And my brain is quite politely telling me that I can just go fuck all the way up. So I think I'm training someone tonight. I'm not sure if I'm training someone tonight, but I think so. Maybe. I think. I think I love you. I think I'm gonna do this little back line here. There's just like a thin line of a couple stitches that start up here and it goes down here and it feeds into where I ended last week. Well, I hope she has a fantastic and wonderful birthday and you get good sleep. Thank you for the time that you were able to spend with me. I love it. Today's gonna be a lot of talking to myself today. Bye-bye. I know that after stream today, I will be cleaning. I will be cleaning the My Little Pony castle that I have. I have the 1980s. I have parts of the 1980s My Little Pony castle where Majesty lives. 1980s My Little Pony castle where Majesty lives. I did not get the castle and the pony together, and I do not have all of the parts of the castle. But swapped over, I was looking on eBay, and I can get the parts of the castle I need for like $50. So, so I might not be buying from Temu, but eBay has become my new favorite thing to like kind of complete the half the collection thing I have going on. That's right. I need to start remembering to stick my needle up so I know where I'm sitting. So I know where I'm looking for. Almost done. I'm almost done with this little section and this piece of string. So I got a 2-for-1 going on. And only a little bit of thread chicken. Okay, so there's that. I truly only have like a couple of areas left of this color, and it's a clump here, and then like zigzaggies down at the bottom, and it's not a lot. It's just I gotta let my brain be like, hey, this is cool, yo, and we are not agreeing this early in the morning. My brain is like, fuck you and fuck this and fuckity fuck 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 fuck. And this would be a great time to remind you that I have a potty mouth. And even though most of the time, I have a very mild case of the fuckity fucks, sometimes it's just fun. Most of the reason that I labeled this channel as 18 plus is because of the content, not the words. I mean, I am working on a cross stitch that has a 6-inch penis in it. My brain and I, we're gonna try to have a reasonable conversation about how to get this done. And I think I can do this. I think my car needs a brake job, so I've also gotten all the materials for that priced out. It's not too bad. It's about $100 in materials for the front and rear brakes. I do need to get a sensor replacement for my car. But it's not a hard sensor to replace, so I'm going to tackle that project if it stops raining. That's like the biggest thing I've been running into is it has every day that I've had off, and tomorrow is no different. It has been raining, and unfortunately the things I need to do are not things that can be done in the rain. how was yesterday, Dragon? If you're able to speak on it, how was the insanity that was your yesterday? Oof. Oops. Well, while you're in the bigger city, I think you should have a little bit of fun too, even if it's just window shopping. Oh, and per usual, since this is my 3-hour stream, 300 stitches is my my mini goal. Honestly, I'd like to get done. I'd like to have a color page finish of 319, which I'm thinking is doable. Um, Honestly, the getting to 300 stitches is uh is my questioning of the day, just because of just how spread out everything is. Like when I see it all clumped together, I can go, oh yeah, that's 300 stitches, no problem. But when it's out and about, I'm like, no, that can't be that much. I can't do that. I'm on this line here, and I'm gonna do a big reach, because this is towards the end of this piece of string, and this is that weird area that my brain was giving me a hassle about. I hear you guys down in the south are getting like pummeled by heat already. 4. Let's see if I can get this half line all done. Two. Skip 1 and 4. Skip 1. Mhm. Pixie has opinions. She's behind me just moaning and groaning.
I guess like a vocal part for just like a hard techno song. I'm sure you could probably hear it if you listen to this.
Is Jules lurking somewhere beneath the surface? Or is she taking a nap? It's like you guys seem to be swapping the nap marble these past couple days, which I fully encourage. Everybody needs a nap.
That's the sample right there, baby.
I do apologize ahead of time. I'm looking at my stats and my connections are low. So if something happens, it's actually my house today, which is frustrating. Skip 1 and 2. Yeah, naps are by far the best.
I don't know, something like that. Obviously, it has to be beat matched and maybe some effects and stuff on it.
sincerely hope you guys are not peeing on the floor or pooping on the floor. Mhm. 3, skip 2, 1. Filling in the leaf. Skip 2, 1, skip 1, 3. Filling in a lot of big old open white space. 1, 3, skip 1, 3. When doing these, I have no problems going from top to bottom, like when it goes out further this way, but sometimes my brain does. Sometimes my brain goes, this isn't right. You need to work on this. And I'm like, nope. 3, 3, skip 1 and 2. And that's the end of that. Oh. I am really pleased. Before I took the vine off the frame last night, I worked on a couple of solo colors, so I'm chipping away there. Jules, how are Umbreon and Vaporeon holding up? I've gotten mixed reviews on my my eyes and stuff staying on. I'm not a huge fan of using hot glue and whatnot for things to stay on when kids are in the picture because, well, there's only so much you can do with hot glue. I am glad. I'm secretly hoping that, well, no, I'm not really secretly hoping at this point. I'm out loud hoping that tomorrow does not rain. Because if it does not rain, it can be gray. It doesn't have to be sunny. I'm okay with it not being sunny. But I need it to not rain so that I can get outdoor chores done. Mhm. Three. 4, here. One. One over. I wasn't expecting it to fill in so much, but it did. That makes me happy.
Together as one.
And since I'm running low on this thread, I'm gonna work this corner. Ooh, is there any way you can like do slow bits? We gotta get you a PSS, girl. That. And we're gonna here and do a little bit of reach. Protest. That's like legit the one area you can protest. Like you don't have to put it together, Jules. You have my permission. You don't have to put it together. Do not allow weaponized incompetence. The things come with instructions. You do not have to put it together. Turn the tables. Be strong. Be like, oh, I wish I could barbecue, but... Well, I enjoy it too, but if you're having a rough time, don't do it unless you're in the mood for it. Don't feel forced to do it. I love putting stuff together, don't get me wrong, but if I needed a break, I'd be like, eh. My brain is processing. Please hold. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm getting towards the end of the chunk that was going down sideways here, and I'm working into the spot that was going down here. So I have decisions to make. Like I'm not gonna reach out way far over here for just a couple of stitches. So I'm doing them one by one. But then I can transition to the downward area without too much issue. Okay. Husband Creature and I put ours together because I at the time was not able to um, work well without help. So I tell people I'm not very good at making things from scratch. But if you need something assembled or something fixed, I can generally do that kind of thing. Okay. So Jules gets to be the responsible adult. Woo! I don't have to be the responsible adult. I'm all about that. that's fine. I just I'm the responsible adult 40 hours a week, and I don't want it. Okay, there's that. Okay, we are on the last couple of big chunks. Like we have the chunk that we're going into in here. So it'll fill in quite a bit in here, and then like little bits in here. So we're gonna be finishing 319 here. I need to sit down and make the new pages of stream alone or either or colors for both of these because closing in on getting a pages done. Let's see. Stick one in that. One, two, and that one. And then skip one, two, this one here. And then skip 4 and all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've found the place of TikTok where there's extensive talk about how adult men are tired of being treated like children, and then other adult men calling them out for, well, if you don't want to be treated like a child and babied like a child, then start taking your weight. Or other men going, well, you know how women are always complaining about this, that, the other thing. And it's actually kind of heartwarming because it's men who are voicing what women have been saying for years. It's like, so what if what I one of the best ones was, so you're working on a car. You have a fully fledged mechanic right next to you who keeps asking you what needs to be done next. Well, just make a list. Well, you can see the car's in disrepair. You're fully trained. Pick something that I'm not already doing, or tell me what you're doing and work on it. And I just about died because I'm like, it's so true. It's like, they're all adults. They all know what they're supposed to be doing. You don't have to have, just go fucking do it. And then they do touch the bases. Well, you always complain when I do something because I didn't do it the way you wanted me to do it. And the response to that is, well, did they show you how they wanted it to do it? If the answer is yes, and you still did it the other way, you're being a dumbass. and I fully appreciate the depth of it because it's hard to explain. It's not that I get angry or upset that people aren't doing things that they should know how to be doing as fully fledged adults. It's that they opt not to, and then like to toss blame around on, oh, well, you do it better than I do, or, oh, I'm just so tired and busy, not taking into account that you too might be tired and busy, that kind of thing. Like I'm fully appreciating the call outs going on. Almost done this. Almost done this section. Unfortunately, I think I am gonna have to pull another length of string. Oh, and I bobbinated things yesterday too. Like I got some of the string that I was like, oh, I need to put this on a bobbin. Other than 702, which initially I didn't need to put on a bobbin, but after I washed it and it got tangled, it officially needs to go on a bobbin now.
The beast lurked in shadow, hunger in its eyes, seeking out the innocent, disguising all its lies. The child played alone, unaware of the danger, until the claws reached out, snatching him in anger.
Actually, I just thought of a good way. A good way to make your hubs understand how frustrating it is. Use the stories he tells you about his coworkers about how dude knows fully well how to do things, but still doesn't. Like I recall you telling me stories about how he has coworkers he bitches about because they're like, nah, you can do this, brah. That might encourage help. Or at least understanding. Be like, I kind of feel like you're the Jim Bob sometimes in our relationship. I tried to pick a name that I know is not in that warehouse. But oh, that sucks. That's again. That's why, like, you have to, and I utilize what I can do when I can do it. It's like the bathroom. I'm making the bathroom very, very cruddy with a lot of dust pretty recently. I clean up after myself, but at the same time, sometimes I don't clean up as fast as I maybe could. And my bathroom dirt is honestly just dust. Like it's just dust that's been accumulated. But it's kind of like a Cold War. The moment something is said, now mind you, there are only two of us in this household. I know what I'm doing. I fully know the mess that I am making. I acknowledge. It's being recorded right now. I fully acknowledge the mess I'm making in my bathroom. It's just dust. It's nothing awful. But I'll clean it up when I'm done cleaning off my ponies. If someone wants it done faster, they're a fully ass grown adult and they can do it. And if I see that they do it, I will clean up my mess after. But right now the bathroom is already a mess. So I'm not going to make a mess to clean that mess and then make more mess. And I've been slowly working on finishing half done projects. It's a rough go, but I've been slowly working on it so that like I need to trim windows. I need to trim the windows out and make them look pretty so they stop like leaking. um what I'm closing it on the bottom. Oop. Okay, I guess the ad break is all done. I'll be doing a short break in an hour. I think that's might be where the dogs are getting the idea. But And then I gotta pull out another length of thread. 'Cause I didn't. I have enough. Mark where I am. There's that. That there. I know I'm not going to use the length I just pulled, but I'm getting close to replacing another paper bobbin. So I do have to make sure to go around and look. Oh my goodness. Not caving into the cries of the shepherd. Pixie, you're fine. Oh my goodness. Jeez, we're getting. I gotta find where I'm. This half here, and then I could skip one and solid till the end, which is solid the one before. We're filling it in. We're doing some fill now. Three more lines in this section. So 3. Closing in on the bottom of this one, and then a small little bit. It did fill in a lot of the open space. I know. Cross stitch is not an action packed sport. Did I miss something about your kitchen, Jules? I've been sitting here. I've been rereading the kitchen is pulled still apparently, and I'm lost. Ooh, 224. Wow. Okay. Whew. So the last bit is just like little spots. I'm gonna hop over and go. I'm just gonna follow the line that it is. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out over here where I need this line. See, is that fiddling in the spot. I can get one little X done. I don't know as if I have the reach. Yay! Okay. Unfortunately, I still have to get a new piece. I even knew where my scissors were today. Like that's kind of a go me situation. Whew. We're gonna start off. Let me move my. We have like 8 stitches left in this area. Where is it?
We stand here together, united as one. One tribe. A feeling from deep inside. A sense of victory and euphoria. Look at us now. United as one. This is our destiny. Release the energy. Stand together. Together as one. We
Not
stand
there.
here together,
Great.
united as one. One tribe. This is our destiny.
Here. Straighten that immediate. Yeah.
Together as one.
Finding random spots. Hooray. That one. Mhm. I think after this X, I'm done the square. I'm done the color, I think. Maybe. Let me check out and then zoom out. I have completed 319 on this page. Woo woo. Trying to be soothing because every time I get excited, the dogs think we're doing something. Okay. So. Color finish. That was 250 stitches. I did not start stitching before I turned on stream, so there was 10 minutes you guys weren't seeing me, but I did not turn it on beforehand. So 250 stitches. But now I'm moving on to another color. I just have to put this color away first. So. I'm going to, for the first time in forever, shut my door because I moved my chair and Pixie has gone downstairs thinking we are going out. So I'm shutting my door and I'm going to make her upset. Yeah, I moved my chair like an inch. And apparently she thinks, and I'm probably gonna have to clean up pee. Full disclosure, I am pissing off a German Shepherd, and there's a chance I'm going to have a mess to clean up when I get done. But okay, I'm gonna peruse through because I have a couple of options. I'll see which one is calling to me louder. Okay, we got $6.99. Which is another all over the place one. $8.90. You know what? $8.90 is winning. It's more clumpy. It is a more fill in the blanks color for me today. $8.90 is this color. It is another shade of green because we are working on leaves. Leaves, lots and lots of grape leaves. Okay, $8.90. 890 is where we are tackling. It is gonna fill in. It's gonna fill in a lot. Like it'll take a lot of the open area away, which I'm more than pleased about. But now I gotta fight with it because for whatever reason I'm special. And we all knew I was special. There should be no question about that. But I think this is a special level of special today. That's the special. Oh. We get to start up in. So this is kind of a it's a clumpy color. So we're starting up here. Most of it's clumpy. I'm gonna adjust because I have to work at the top. Okay, there we go. Okay. I got it. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start off at the very tippy top. Okay. Yep. Yep, one there. One. Oops. Get one Jump one. Moving on to over here. Closing in the white spots. Hello? Is there anybody out there?
My mind is like a
Hmm?
My mind is like a hive. The thoughts intrusive are just bees buzzing to stay alive, distracted and elusive. They collide within my mind, and I struggle to think with my thoughts in a bind, and I push to the brink of insanity. Lost in thought, I wander down a path to my inner world. The complexity leads me to ponder, and the depths of my emotions swirl. Though the bees can get overwhelming, the inspiration they mold in their buzzing I find compelling, a reminder of the power I hold. So I embrace the bees within my brain, even when they drive me insane. For in their chaos, I find a refrain of the beauty and complexity of my inner terrain. You will never understand that this is my norm, and I have chosen to embrace the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the swarm.
Lost my scissors, but I found them. Mhm. So I'm gonna stop broadcasting. I'm gonna keep on stitching, but I'm gonna stop broadcasting. I'm gonna peace out, Girl Scout, Boy Scout, and I'll see people lurking on the back end. Tomorrow I will either be on 10 to 12 or I'll be on with Dast. I have yet to know. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I will see y'all tomorrow.